everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Kat. This is Fianco. So I'm a little more zoomed out on the camera today just so you guys could see his little nosy nose. He's hanging out here with me today. Probably not for too long because it does get hot when we have to share the seat together, but he is here for just a little bit. And for today, I am super duper excited to share with you guys two new brands, at least to me, and I am so excited to swatch all of this stuff for you guys because these shades, this is what we have from the Pastel Roses, which is a UK based indie brand, and then this is what we have from Pretties for Your Face, which is indie brand based out of Massachusetts. I will say that a few of the Pretties for Your Face did arrive a little bit broken, and so I had to repress them, but I think we can still make it work, and so I'm excited to show you guys all of these. But let's go ahead and start off with the Pastel Roses because these are super duper pretty. So the way that I came across this brand was that the owner actually messaged me on Instagram. I was like, hey, you should check out Pastel Roses since you like indie brands. And I was like, don't mind if I do. So that's what brought us here. All right, Falco was like, that is enough. So I'm gonna zoom you guys in a little bit more so we have more visual of the swatching arms. All right, here we are. So let's go ahead and jump right in with these shades, and they are super duper pretty, very sparkly. First shade up is going to be Galaxy Dust, and I am already like, this is like all of the shimmers, just super duper pretty. Oh man. So it is like, as I look at it, I'm seeing blue to gold. As you guys are seeing, you're seeing pink to purple. Okay, you can see a little bit of the gold on the edge there. And then it becomes the pink to purple. There's a little bit of the gold on the edge. There, oh, there you can see the green at the top with some of the gold sparkle. Oh, wow. Wow, oh my gosh, look at it. Okay, she's a shifty gal. I like it. Next up we have Nymph, which looks to me like it's gonna be a super fun green. Oh, it is. It is a, so it goes from green to blue with a little bit of some purple sparkle at the end. So there's the green. There you can see a little bit of the blue at the top. And perhaps even ever so slight the purple. Yay. Man, my camera is on fire today with showing all of the shifts. Thank goodness. And then the next shade is going to be Kingfisher, which I have no idea what this is gonna look like. Okay, so it looks like bluish lilac to gold. Definitely, I would say not so much bluish lilac. I would say more of just a periwinkle. That is very pretty, very bright. Those initial swatches are coming in real strong right off the bat. So I am super duper excited about how this is going so far. This is a great brand. All right, then we have Beetle. Oh, Beetle is soft. So the other three so far were a bit of a more rough consistency, and I would say like a little bit drier, but Beetle is super duper smooth and soft. Yes. Okay, so this one looks like it has a bit more of that magenta base to it and goes from like a purple to bluish with the magenta underneath, and then you guys are seeing like a green to blue shift on top of the magenta. That is a super duper fun shade. Very pigmented. Next we have Frosty, and this guy also looks like it's going to be a bit of a blue to gold shift, but more of a sky blue to gold, yeah, rather than that periwinkle shade. Yeah, you can see where it's got more of like that lighter blue with the gold on top, whereas this is definitely a little bit more of a periwinkle shade. So definitely not the same. All right, next up we have Barbados, and I'm gonna like this shade. It's my mermaid, you know, I mean, if I don't have at least one mermaid shade to swatch in every video, is it really even one of my videos, you know? So this is definitely like a purple to blue to green shift, and you guys are getting a lot of the green to blue. There you can see the purple on the top and the green on the bottom. Oh yes, Camera, you are on it today. Next up we have Bubblegum, which is gonna be pink, as can be expected, but does have a shift from pink to gold. You can definitely see that shine on there up close. Up next is the shade Rose Satin, and this is another softer consistency one. Interestingly enough, I would say is kind of similar to the bubblegum shade, but like the deeper version, because it definitely has like a burnt rose with a little bit of a gold sparkle on top. And so yeah, I think it's just like the darker version of this guy. Then we have Banana Split, which so far from what I can tell does not appear to have any shift to it. It is just a very strong yellow. Yeah, it's just a really pretty kind of satiny yellow shade. I will say, based on how it looked in the tin, I was expecting it to be like a little bit more opaque, but it is definitely, I would say, a shade where you need to build it up a little bit more because it does start off on the sheer side. Next up we have Crystal Ball, and I think that's actually going to be kind of similar to this guy in that it has many shifts to it. So here it is. Yes, it's like the deeper version of this guy. They're like almost the same, but that this guy, the pink and purple, are a little bit lighter, and then this one is a little deeper. It definitely also has that like green to blue with like a little bit of peachy. So let's see if we can get it on here. There you can see as it's trying to focus a little bit of that shift from the peach to blue to purple. Unfortunately, as I pull it away, then it's like only purple and pink is what you will get. But yeah, you can definitely see where this is a bit of a deeper purple, and this is more lilac-y purple, but they're very similar with how they shift from like all the shades. So if you like that unicorny type shade, then I would recommend, if you want the darker version, to go with Crystal Ball, and if you like the lighter version, go with Galaxy Dust. And then the last shade that we have is Zoisite, which I would think in English that'd be Zoisite. So I'm just used to saying it Zoisite because it's the name of a character on Sailor Moon, and that's how they pronounce her name in German. So I had to get this shade, if anything, just because I am a Sailor Moon fanatic, so. Alright. Ooh. Ooh, okay, she's got a lot of things going on. So I'm seeing like definitely a lime green, and then it looks like it has like a shift from the lime green to like gold, and then a very pale pink or purple. Green to purple. So there's that one, and that is very cool with that shift. I definitely don't have a lot of shades that look like that at all, but this is everything that I grabbed from the Pastel Roses. I gotta be honest, like I really like all of this. Like if you enjoy a colorful, very pigmented metallic that's very shifty, these are some really good shades to pick up. And the price was also really reasonable, and they had a code that was definitely available. And so if you guys are wanting to save some money as you are checking them out, I'm sure if you message them on Instagram, they'll kick a code your way, because that's what they did for me. So I would highly suggest checking them out. This is super duper pretty. But I would love to know what you guys think. Have any of you guys checked out the Pastel Roses yet? If so, let me know what you guys thought. If not, do you plan to? And now we're gonna move on to the Pretties for Your Face. I'm not gonna hold it up like straight up again, because that ended in disaster earlier, where I lost like 3/4 of a shade. So we're gonna be real careful. And I will say that already just looking at the shades that I picked, we have like the super duper colorful ones that I grabbed from the Pastel Roses, and these are definitely colorful, but they are all more on the like grungy deeper side that I grabbed. And so very interesting contrast of shades to what we just swatched. All right, first shade up is A Light as a Feather, and this is definitely more on the iridescent-y side. Here we go. Okay. Very pretty though. It's got like a light turquoisey blue to pink kind of shift. Also what looks like perhaps a little bit of yellow on there. Oh yeah. There it is. That is very pretty. Very liquidy looking. And I can say it's not like 100% opaque. It is slightly more sheer, but with the amount of reflect that you're getting on there, you wouldn't even need to build it up, because even though it's sheer, you're getting a ton of kickback with that shift on there. And so very, very nice. I really like that one. Then we have Quiet Skies, which looks like it could be a foil. Very silvery. Okay, very pretty. Got like a silverish gray with like lilac-y undertones going on. Not too much of a shift from what I can see. It's just a fairly solid silvery gray with like lilac-y bespecklement. Then we have Solstice, which is more on the purple side. But it definitely has quite a bit of a shift going on there between like purple and blue with some like magenta undertones. And then like what looks like green as I am shifting my hand around. That's a whole lot. Oh my gosh, look at it. Look at the light as it's hitting it. That is a very, very pretty shade as well. Very nice and pigmented. Next up is Dark Matter, and this is a very deep purple. Yes. And I would also, so it's definitely like a darker gray to black base on there with some purple sparkle on top. Doesn't look too shifty to me. It's just primarily the purple sparkle with a black base to it. All right, next up is Louise, and this guy looks to be a bit more of a magenta-y purple. Yeah. Also very, very pretty. Not too much of a shift going on with this guy either. It's just a really nice magenta purple shade. Then we have Ohm, which looks very, very pretty. Okay, this one is actually very reminiscent of this guy in that it's like a periwinkle blue to gold kind of shift. Yeah, so you can see, I would say that the blue on there is a little bit more gray undertone, and then it's got some like very strong gold sparkle on top, which of course now the camera's like, you want me to show sparkle? There you go. There's some of the gold now that it's picking up on there. Then we have Blastoff. Ooh, also very, very pretty shade. This guy is like silvery blue with like a little bit of purple maybe in there, and like in the camera I'm seeing some green. I can definitely say that a lot of the metallics so far that we have swatched from Pretties for Your Face have more of like a grayish base to them. So next up is the shade Abyss, and this guy feels extra gritty and very, very dry of a formula. But that is definitely a very fun, I would say, smoke type shade, where it has just ever so slight some sparkles on top, but that would be a fantastic shade for creating a really nice smoky eye. I am very curious though, with that formula, with how dry it is, how well it would blend with some of the other shades. So that's gonna be fun to kind of play around with that. Now we're gonna get into a couple of the blue shades that I got. And the first one up is gonna be Frosty. Oh yes, there's our next mermaid shade. That is beautiful. That is a very nice, very pigmented blue with like a greenish gold shift on there. Lovely. Then we have Midnight, which is like a deeper blue metallic. This guy definitely has that grayish black base to it. I'm also not seeing a ton of shift on that one, but such a beautiful blue. Next up is the shade Charged, and I'm very interested to see how this one differs from the previous one that we just swatched, and it's definitely different. So you can see where this guy is like definitely a black base, but has a blue to purple shift of the sparkles that are on top. So you guys are seeing the blue sparkles now, and as it's trying to focus, you can see a little bit more of how it has that purplish shift to it. And then the majority of the rest are going to be different grungy greens to golds, and I could create a look just with these shades and it would just be amazing. First up is going to be Brocade. Wow. Oh, that's such a good grunge green. Oh man. And all the sparkles. And what's cool about it is, so it even has a little bit of some blue sparkle on top, but it's got like gold to green to blue with that charcoaly, smoky base to it. And oh, look at that. The gold to green. See if I can get you guys a little bit of the blue on there. I mean, that shade is so pretty. Oh my god, I love it. Next shade up is And Peggy, and this guy looks like it's going to be a bit more of a limey yellowish green. Yes. Very nice solid metallic on there. Just a really nice pastel limey yellowish green. And in case you were curious, clearly I'm back on the yellows and greens and grunges. So next shade up is going to be Hocus. Oh, also a good grungy metallic. This one is definitely leaning more on like the coppery with olive undertones to it. So not too much of a shift. Just a really good grungy olivey tone. Next up is the shade Frog Face. Also a very nice grungy metallic bronze, definitely a very bronzy shade. I would say this one had a bit more of the olivey green undertones, and then this is definitely headed more towards the bronzy side. But they are a little bit similar. Then we're gonna go even deeper with the shade Mirkwood. Yes, that's like a good forest green. Very nice, very good metallic on there. I really like that. Oh man. Then we have the shade Campgrounds, which is back to being a little bit more on the pastel-y side with the green. Yes, that is a very nice green. I would say definitely not quite as grungy as the other ones by any means. Just a really nice kind of pastel green, maybe ever so slight, a little bit of gold in there, but primarily just a really nice pastel green. Then we have the shade Triple Dog Dare. Ooh, unexpected. Okay. I almost kind of wonder if I need to do that one again, because I feel like I pulled some of the blue from this shade, and I was like, I don't recall it being quite that blue. Let me grab that guy again, and we're gonna go right below without the blue. No, it's still there. I stand corrected. This is another really nice mermaidy green to blue. Very, very pretty. That is very nice. And then it's got a little bit of like a goldish sheen on top, but it's just a very nice greenish blue. So next up is the shade Zodiac. Wow, yes. Also a lovely greenish blue mermaidy shade, but definitely more on the sparkly side. Like this guy is just your traditional metallic. This one is one of your extra sparkly guys. And then the last shade is gonna be Aquatic, which is a deeper shade. Yes. So this is definitely like a deeper bluish shade with, again, that kind of smoky base to it. I don't think we have any exact shades like this because this is a very nice like teal blue with the smoky shade on underneath, whereas like any of these guys, I think this is more of a blue, whereas this is like a teal bluish green, and then this is more of an olivey green. And so I think it's like 3 different versions of the same thing where you have that smoky black base to it, and then either an olivey green, a teal blue, or a blue as the top shade. But this is all of the shades that we have from Pretties for Your Face. Very, very nice and pigmented. These were all the guys that we had from the Pastel Roses, and definitely very, very, there's nothing on this side. Definitely very different with how the shimmers came across. All super duper unique shades, very, very nice, different formulas, and so I would recommend checking out both companies. Both of them have really, really nice products to offer, and I think I will definitely be getting some more things from both of them because everything swatched absolutely lovely, and so I'm just super duper excited to do some looks. Let me know if you guys want me to do a video on either of these companies just specifically where I can do some different eye looks. I would love to know what you guys think. Give me a thumbs up if you liked the video, thumbs down if you did not. Let me know either way. What did you guys think of all of, why do I keep doing nothing on this side? Let me know what you thought of all of the swatches from both companies. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts. What were some of your favorite shades? Do you guys plan to pick anything up from either of them? I cannot recommend either of them enough, and shipping was like a dream. They both got here really, really quick. Even the Pastel Roses one, which was literally coming from the UK, took like no time at all, and so if you are impatient like I am, both brands will get you your stuff quick, so I would not stress about that at all. I think it was like at most like a couple weeks, so super duper fast considering indie brands normally take like months. But I would love to know what you guys think, and if you made it to the end of the video and you have not yet subscribed, I would sure love it if you would kick a subscribe my way. Come join my family here on YouTube. We talk about everything color, everything indie brands, lots and lots of swatches, because we know I love a good swatch party. You guys love good swatch parties, so that's what we're here for. All the time, all day, every day. Sometimes I show you guys looks that we do. It's just all the things. And so make sure that you subscribe so you can see all of the awesome content that I have coming. But that is it for this video. Make sure you guys go check out the Pastel Roses and Pretties for Your Face. I will link their Instagrams and the websites down below so you guys can check everything out. And just let me know what you think. And other than that, you guys just go have a good one.